too thin. Oh well. Uh, how's everybody doing this evening? Everybody hear me well? So I got this book. It says something about when John F. Kennedy ran for president, many Americans opposed electing a Roman Catholic to the White House. They feared that the Catholic Church might dominate the state, robbing Americans of their cherished freedom of conscience. Good evening, guys. Hey, Regina. Hey, April Showers. Hi, Uncle Deuce. Flynn Dutchy. Sandy. Hello. Tara. Hello. Do you like Phil Collins? Yes. Well, I like his music. His person, I'm not 100% sure about, but yes, I do like his music. Dang it, y'all beat me. Greetings. Hey, Narnian Railway. How you doing? I'm live on my phone tonight, so if I miss some of the chat, yeah, you'll understand why. But almost felt obligated that I needed to come out and speak tonight, or at least see you guys tonight, or talk to you, say something. Hey, David Rodnigan, how you doing again? Good to see you here. Yeah, see, now there's something wrong with the way that this shows. I feel it calling in the air tonight. Yeah, that's my favorite song of theirs. So yeah, Tara. So hey, American Patriot, how you doing? So I don't know who all caught the beginning of that, but I have this book that was given to me called The Great Controversy. And down here on the bottom it says, will two former rivals unite? Hey, Sandy, did you have a good day? Yes, I did. Please never feel obligated. That's too much pressure. Come when you want. We're here. Yeah, Sandy, it's funny that you say that because, hello, where'd everybody go? Am I still here? Can y'all see me? I lost light. Hold on a sec. I don't know, for some reason my light's turned off. So, yes, I had a very good day, thank you, and getting compliments from work, so it's kind of cool. Yeah, but it's not really like an obligation, though, Sandy. It's I feel like I need to be. Do you like my singing? Yes, sounded very well. Thank you. Hey, Snuggletooth, how you doing? Tara. Yeah, it got dark real quick, didn't it? I couldn't understand why, but it was because my light had gone out. So, back to the book. Will two former rivals unite? What's all that dinging? It says it's the untold story behind the Vatican's rising influence in America. Has anybody heard or read about that? Know about it? Have a little bit of freedom, People's Africa, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? We all need to unite. There's just so much stupidity going on right now. It's unreal. Well, actually, it's stupidity that has already occurred. It's just now coming out to the forefront, so that all the other people are starting to see what's going on with this craziness in our world. I hate talking about it because it's depressing, and probably not just to me, but to others as well. So the book, you can get like the gist of the book on the back, and this one has a pretty decent one. It says, when John F. Kennedy ran for president, many Americans opposed electing a Roman Catholic to the White House. They feared that the Catholic Church might dominate the state, robbing Americans of their cherished freedom of conscience. That was before President Ronald Reagan and Pope John Paul II worked together to bring down communism during the Cold War. That was before Pope Francis spoke to Congress and waved the adoring crowds in and waved to the adoring crowds in Washington, D.C. Now many Americans view the Pope as a respected leader of the Christian world. Okay. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? Before we decide, we should take a hard look at history, because the only thing we have to fear for the future is if we forget the past. This book, first published in the 1880s, brilliantly predicted the thawing of tensions between the United States and the Vatican. The author reaches some very important conclusions about what that new friendship means for the future. The great controversy poses a serious question that every individual must consider. If a political superpower and a religious superpower join forces, what will be the inevitable result? We need not fear the future unless we forget the past. That's important, in my opinion. It's not okay. Look at chat, it's scary. Who does that to people? My friend is a mom of 3 on a 90-day ban on Facebook because she said she would punch someone in the face. That's funny. It's funny how they have an American flag up on top of this. But I was listening to some music this evening. Yeah, I know, Tara. Does it bother you? I'll go get it. Will that make you feel better? You guys are funny. We all don't want to be what's going on in China. Sorry for yelling. Had a few blues. That's all right. We all understand, because that is ludicrous what's going on over there. Uncle Dish, you had it. A mod deleted a message. For real? Well, I've heard about some of the things that it appears that this book might be about. And I was curious if any of you others had, because I thought it could amount to a good discussion this evening. I don't know why the book caught my attention this evening. I've had it. Actually, I think this was given to me the first weekend that I was there at the Convoy. And of course, I have another one. Where's it at? This is one I'm most interested in reading whenever I finally get the chance to sit down and relax. But I don't think I'd be able to relax reading this book. The Real Fraudchi. That's what I call it. Bill Gates, Big Pharma, and the Global War on Democracy and Public Health. A book written by Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I think I told you guys once before that I was interested in reading that book. But I think I'm going to read this other one first, as soon as possible. Man, that light is bright tonight. I don't know why. Hey, Patricia. I'm having a hard time looking at the chat with my glasses because of the glare. Like, girl, you're getting blocked. Trudeau, you do what I say. That kind of sounds like what's going on over there. Uncle, it's bad. So did I catch everybody off guard coming on this late at night? Well, I should be headed over to Maryland in the morning and go see what's going on over there with everybody. I know a few have gone home for a few days. I guess I had to go make some money so they can continue to afford this. Yeah, so some went back to work for a little bit, which I'm thankful I'm working now. Russell Brand, Dr. Fauci is being censored because See, why doesn't the chat uh, stay on or move to the right hand side? It does it on other things. See, highlight, share, mute microphone. Oh, I have to push that to mute. Okay. Dr. Fetch is being censored because. Oh, did anybody go see the videos that I had recommended? I put one in a post, and the other one was Watch the Water with Stu Peters and Dr. Artis. Hey, Summer Blossom. What's the blues? Uh, so did anybody watch that video? Or those two videos? Because the second one, the one that I posted, was even more intriguing than the first one. Do I know what blue is? Yeah, it's a color. It's my favorite color. You did watch it, right, Deb Weston? Okay. Did you see the second one with the editor that Stu Peters had the next day? That was one that I had posted on the Frankie Bobby channel. That means absolutely nothing to me. There's so many new beers out there anymore, I don't even know what they are. Watch the second one, and you'll get a different feeling, Deb. Watch the second one with the editor. I can't remember the guy's name. It's a lengthy name, last name anyway. And 306 300 seconds. But yeah, watch the other one, Deb, and it'll give you a different feeling about what was said in the first one. But yeah, that was very interesting, and it can be considered scary. And for the first time yesterday, my my oldest son was actually listening to a little bit about what I was having to say about that. I don't know that he's watched the videos or not yet. I don't know that he would, but Uncle Deuce is back. That's funny. Yeah, good evening, Donna. How you doing? It's with an IEI, Donna. Uh, I could use it now too. Uh, Red Deer, Alberta. So, I don't know. I'm assuming that's a province, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know how the province is set up across Canada, so I really don't know where to locate you in Alberta. Though the stock that I have, they're from Alberta area. Well, it was the tooth. Yeah, 300 seconds is a little bit. But so yeah, I watched that second video, and like I said, it was more intriguing in my opinion, just because of what was being stated. Kind of like the same things that I've been saying here, you know, that this is everything that's happening right now is the only way it can be happening is because of God. So I still truly believe that. Matter of fact, I said a prayer before I came on this evening, just so that that has to do with the feeling of is above Montana. Okay, well that's where I was trying to go into when they wouldn't allow me to pass the they wouldn't allow me to pass through the border. And as British Columbia, as you're looking at a map, to the left or to the right of in Saskatchewan as well. Yeah, I tried to go up through a little place over there in Montana. He said, "Nah, I don't think I'm going to let you through today." So I was like, "All right, well, maybe I'll try another day." Well, I tried a second day, and they threatened to lock me up and send me to Vancouver. And yeah, I didn't think that would be very cool. DC American to Alberta is a 39-hour drive. Just Googled it. Yeah, it's a long ways. I would have driven across the tundra if they'd allowed me to. Halfway between Calgary and Edmonton to the north. Okay. I don't understand. No, that's not what I want. I don't understand why I can't do something about this chat. Now, Canada's not small. Canada's a whole country just like the U.S. It goes from the east to the west just like all of them. But those that think that Alaska is small, now that's a different story, because Alaska's huge for a state. They say you could put like 2 Texases in it, and Texas is big. Retaliation. So nobody else watched those videos, huh? You guys, it would be interesting to go see that. I promise you. Is my camera going in and out? It's because I'm trying to read through the chat. Sorry. But yeah, so yes, watch the water, Debbie, yes. And then there was a second video that came out. It was watch the water, but it was talking to the editor. I'll put you on my TV. Everyone needs to wrap terror and a like button and bacon before you tenderize them for flavor. We can't look at chat. You'll be all right. Yeah, so the second video with the editor, that was even more intriguing to me. So if you watch the one, Debbie, look for the other one. It was also with Stu Peters, but his editor. Because that was more, hey, Jersey Dolphins, how you doing? Thank you for being here. What do I think? Oh, you did see the second one as well. It's very viable. I see a whiskey stick behind you. I doubt that. Unless you're talking about the level. It's very viable that could definitely be what happened. Especially the one, you saw them both. Yes, very enlightening. The one about being able to predict, quote unquote, predict where there was going to be a spike and or a surge. You know, that's kind of like saying, here, we're fixing to spike the water here, so everybody's going to get sick. At least those that are affected by it. That's the first time I get that right. I was just missing. Well, that didn't take long. Yeah, I'm the same way about being per se on the fence. Thank you, Patricia. Happy early Easter to you as well. Yes, Easter is Sunday. Today was Good Friday. Not something that I celebrate, or I don't know. John 19:30. I don't know that I could go watch that right now because I'm on my phone live streaming tonight. And I don't have a, I just can't believe it. I have a Bible in my phone. So I didn't even realize that I don't have a Bible here in my trailer. And I stopped by my daughter's the other day and forgot to grab my Bible. I've got like 5 of them, I think. Something like that. Always try and drink old filtered water. And if you have to drink from the tap, let the water run a minute before you fill your glass. Sounds like good advice, Jersey. Where I've been staying, I'm on a well, so this is live tonight, talking about the snake venom theory. Dr. Ben, who's that? Flynn Dutchy? I don't know that I've heard that name before. No idea what you're talking about. Sorry, I was sleeping earlier this week. Your prayers must be working. It'll work. Yeah, that's why I have it in my phone, Mimi. Uh, I've got an app on my phone, and so that's how I normally read the Bible, or have been lately. Never even thought I didn't have a hard copy here, which I like my Bibles because they're study Bibles as well. I wonder if it helps to boil water. Yeah, definitely. You did buy bentonite clay to soak my feet. Takes the toxin out. Yeah, there's is that what it is? Bentonite clay? I knew that there was something for it. But I don't, I only drink bottled water, which, that kind of surprised me because, I mean, wouldn't that be their best bet? Think about it. A lot of people drink bottled water, and they have some very, I guess you could say, high-class people that are in the water industry, like Dasani. There's a couple of others as well that I'm not fond of. I drink the regular. Well, this is great value because I bought a whole bunch from Walmart at one point. But it's definitely viable. One of the other things that caught my attention was whenever they were talking about when the doctors were discussing what they were looking at whenever they saw the virus running through the body, that the comment or the specific way that it was stated was that it's like venom running through the veins. Apparently that's a knowledgeable thing. People know this. So, I mean, I would assume that it was not just a comment, but it was an expression of how they saw what was going on with the virus in the bloodstream. Until it comes out later. But yeah, it definitely gives a different perspective for sure. Especially because none of us are really certain exactly, how so many people got sick. But yet it was just the overriding factor of basically what most flu seasons create in a year's time. So, I mean, the death rate wasn't like exceeding, but the death rate was pretty much on par from everything that I saw on the regular death rate of any given year. And I think that was published over the past 5 years. And I think the overall death total was like 2.2, 2.4, something like that million a year. And there's been some higher years like 2.7, and that was more like what these past couple of years have been like. But then again, we also know that they've been calling everything COVID. Die of a heart attack, you had COVID. And die of the measles, you have COVID. Die of the flu, you have COVID. Go figure. One's a virus, one's a flu. How did it get in us? Did it come through the air? Or now, did it come through the water? And again, that was that comment that was made with the 17th letter of the alphabet group. One of the posts that he had was watch the water. He, she, whatever it was. I guess we'll never really know. We can assume that it was a man, but we don't know that for certain. Dadgummit, I gotta go to the restroom already. But yeah, I mean, what if it did come through the water? What do you guys think? That is correct. Maybe bottled water has no regulations. Mrs. Swift in the house. Susan, you here? Susan, hello, hello, hello. Yes, he did. That's funny. Got all the shots, trying real hard to flush out the toxins. I boil my water, but not to bathe in. I put bentonite clay in bath. Epsom salts and some, I heard Epsom salts. There's, if you go on Safe Chat, if you have Safe Chat, Debbie, there's a holistic person in there. I think his name is Jay, and it might be Jay Holistic. But you can go in there and he has a whole bunch of different ways, and there's a few ladies in there as well that have different ways of detoxifying through bathing, bath water, soaking. Tap water for me is sad because reservations is having issues. Don't get me started. And you're on the res also. Dr. Ben medical lectures on YouTube. I hadn't seen him. Oh, now you guys got me looking for my notepad so I can write that down. But now I'm going to have to wait. Hold on a sec. I'll be right back. I'm glad I live out in the woods. That's why I love living in the woods. But yeah, and Jay Holistic on Safe Chat. All kinds of good things, good remedies for different things. Things that I've read throughout or known about pretty much throughout my childhood. As they call them, old family wives' tales. But apparently they work. They're holistic. But yeah, so I'm very curious about the water situation, though. Very curious about that. It does leave a lot to ponder. It does leave a lot to think about. Because if this is the case, I mean, jeez, I've known for years they've talked about doing something to the water system. Doing something to our water. And years ago when they started putting fluoride in the water, that had me wondering why they were doing that. You know, what was the reasoning behind that other than giving some BS lie about helping our teeth. And even then I didn't drink. We made tea with tap water, but I mean, necessarily that would have been boiled to some extent anyway. But yeah, I believe everything dies if you boil your water 212 degrees. That's pretty hot. I don't think there's much of anything. I know that there are some microbes that live in really hot water, somewhere near the bottom of the ocean where they say a steam leak comes through or something like that. And I watched some Discovery thing about that some time ago. So I don't remember all the ins and outs. And yes, my pink cup as usual. You can tell I'm home when I got my pink cup. But yeah, I think pretty much everything is killed at 212 degrees boiling temperature. So that's why they always say it's wise to boil your water whenever they have severe flooding, because of the way floods could create sewages to come up, winds up getting in the water systems. Dirty streets, whatever. Anything that can create bacteria. Yeah, but that water situation definitely has me wondering, how did those predictions come so real? How did I mean, were they set up? Is that why they were correct on their predictions? And we know how sneaky and tricky this regime has been. I think I read earlier today, he's got the lowest numbers of any president ever. I think he's had those numbers, but they just seem to keep dropping. There was a funny video out about where Kamala was talking to the president of Tanzania, and she was talking about all the countries around Tanzania. And then they had this little clip at the end where they started naming off all these different countries that were around in Africa. It was a pretty funny video. Does anybody in here have Safe Chat? Yeah, I'm missing all the chat, guys. I'm sorry. Are you eating Easter dinner at your daughter's? I don't know. I haven't heard anything from anybody, so. Science is weird. There are bacteria that come to life at the point. Yeah, there is something like that. Ghost dog, that's what I was talking about, those. But I think that bacteria is lives at the bottom of the ocean, doesn't it? You will love LT. Yes, Debbie McLean. If you have not seen And We Know, hey Sam, hi. I don't trust bottled water either. Just get a good filtering system. And do we know? I'm going now, Tammy, to check out And We Know. Way to go, Tammy, sharing that with her. Many reports cite about 2/3 of bottled water is municipal tap water. Yeah, I've heard all those. Hey, Ghost Dog. I missed your last few lives. I'm glad you guys are talking about antioxidants. My wife is one Moderna shotted, and I have been thinking about how to clean her blood back to original recipe. Ghost Dog, I guess maybe you heard about where I was talking about, I think it's Jay Holistic on Safe Chat. Him, as well as a bunch of other ladies in there, have all kinds of ways of detoxifying. I've got a couple of them saved, but I'm on my phone right now, so I can't share them. And I would read to you exactly what it was saying. But I'm live streaming from my phone tonight. I didn't even want to mess with the computer this evening. I didn't even want to really get on this evening. Jay Holistic, can you link the site? I wished I could, Debbie, but I think you're already gone. You went to see And We Know. Tell me this. Story non-terror is a meanie head. Little late cleaning my stove. Well, hi, Cheryl Giddings. Sorry, guys, I've missed all this chat. So if I missed your name, you said hi. Susan, if you responded to me saying hi, hello, how are you? Hope all is well. Uh, thank you for being here. Yellowstone. Uh, I haven't been watching that, Patricia, but it looked like it would have been a good movie. Does anybody watch the Chosen? Those are volcanic. Uh, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing for Easter. I have ham here in my trailer though. I'm using the clay and coconut oil to brush teeth. I hope the scientists and doctors have seen Watch the Water. Uh, I think it said it had like 1.7 million views in the first 24 hours. Yeah, they said they found 37 different venoms in those COVID patients in France. J-Y. It's either Jay or Jeff, but I'm pretty sure it's Jay. Because that's the first name that came to me. Nothing surprised me anymore. The Life of Tammy, no lie, right? I say I woke up in 2020 and have forever been changed. You know, Tammy, it's fantastic that you woke up in 2020. But unfortunately, I've been living this freaking nightmare for years, decades. Thanks for being here, Frank. We appreciate your sacrifice. Thank you, Uncle Deuce. You do watch the Chosen, Sandy. How is it? I have it on now. Chosen is good. Okay, Deborah. Sorry, I can't see. Dannenfelser? Deborah Dannenfelser? That's good to hear. I haven't started watching it yet, but it keeps coming up in my for me to watch. Visit Chicken City, Frankie Puppy. I would love to have a conversation about the first book. This one, The Great Controversy. I haven't read it yet, Cheryl. But that would be a cool conversation if we could. I'll read this book. I don't know how long it'll take. How many pages is it? No, about 5. I guess it's... Well, nevertheless, to the end, it's close to 500 pages. 450, 460, 473. So it'd probably take me a minute to read because... but if I take the time to do it, I could probably do it pretty quickly. And then maybe we can have a conversation. Are they trying to use venom to change DNA? Wait, you could do that. That's basically what those videos are saying. I watched all seasons last year. They're rebroadcasting it again this year. Yes, I heard. You'll read it with me? That's an afternoon for you. You'd read that 470 in an afternoon? Cool. That's awesome that you can read like that. I used to read a lot like that when I was younger, but not anymore. I haven't seen a party there yet though. So how you been, Susan? Have you heard from Java? I haven't seen her around. I haven't heard from her or anything. Meant to send her an email. Maybe I'll do that after I get off of here. Again, I need my notepad so I can write this stuff down. Oh, and the video about the Honduran lady. I did go see it. I watched the whole interview or the whole speech that she gave, and her daughter pretty much nailed everything. Well, let me rephrase. Her daughter pretty much interpreted that which she understood, maybe, or no, you haven't, or maybe she missed what her mom had said during the time that she was speaking. But I think she did leave out a couple of key points, and I noticed it whenever I was watching the video myself. And I said I'm going to go back and I'm going to interpret the whole thing for myself on paper, pretty much, and then I'll come back and be able to give you guys the full details. That way y'all can hear it exactly as it was told. A friend told me to watch the Follow the Cabal, and that did it. It started me on this path. I can't believe how clueless I was. Yeah, that was definitely the big rabbit hole to fall in. Yeah, because you got pretty much a rude awakening if that's where you started. Very, very well put together clip that was. Follow the Cabal. I watched it myself. But yeah, I've been seeing this shady stuff going on for too long. Always wondered why the American people didn't stand up. Of course, I wasn't there trying to push anybody to stand up either. Maybe it wasn't the time. Uh, like they say, timing is everything. And we always have to remember that this is in God's timing, not ours. So we just follow as necessary in order to do the things that we need to be doing according to His will, in my opinion. Some of us might think it's our will, but I believe He puts what He wants done in everybody. So you can see it, perceive it, consider it however you wish. But yeah, in my opinion, everything's in God's time, and that's just the way life is. Gonna look for you there now. I think I watched some of the Follow the Cabal. Is that the series that has bazillions of videos? No, not necessarily Ghost Dog. There is a particular video. I know that there's something out there that has like a bunch of, like a series, like you're saying, with a bazillion videos. But that's not the one that, I can't remember how long. I'm thinking it was like 2 hours and something. I'm not 100% sure, but I know I've seen it. Yeah. Uh, Probably won't find me. But yeah, it was a wow. Yeah, what an eye opener. Way to wake up. That's like being startled from your sleep or nightmarish, however you want to look at it. But if anybody's gone down the what they call the White Rabbit, you would probably know what I'm talking about. Anybody know what the White Rabbit is? I don't want to say it out loud. Yeah, nightmarish, exactly. If you know what the White Rabbit is, can you type it in chat? Because I can't type in chat, and I don't want to say the word out loud. Haven't been here for a while. Good to see you streaming. Are you still working at your new job? Yes, ma'am, I am. It's funny that you asked the question because today I was told God's will be done. Exactly. Today I was told, and this is, I don't even know how to explain it, but this is like typical. But I talked to one of the guys that I hadn't spoken to before. We've emailed, and I think we even texted one day, but we actually spoke on the phone today. One of the guys that I'm working with now in the company, he's the purchasing agent, I think. No, he's not. Project manager. Maybe he's project manager to the job. But he said that he was talking to the head superintendent out here, and he was very thankful that they had put me on the job because I know exactly what I'm doing. And that happens to me more often than not. I was just trying to get my foot in the door with this company. This company's been around for quite some time, so yeah, I think in the 80s is when they began. Yeah, in the 80s. How many people don't even know what is going on? It's crazy, Sam. It's crazy. The people that are just, man, asleep. I mean, literally asleep. I just typed fall on YouTube search and it was the first result. God wants me to click, Frankie. Go on it, Ghost Dog. Get it. I'm telling you, man, it's an interesting video. Just went over there. Brad Pitt's junk is there. Good to have knowledgeable employees. Very much so, Shooter Cat. Yeah, I was kind of, yeah. I have to go. Hey, Uncle Deuce. Love you too, brother. Uh, I have my job to do. Good night, all. Well, good night, Uncle Deuce. Have a good time. We'll see you later. Take care. Be safe down there in Texas. And maybe go outside and kiss the ground for me because I miss it. Lord leads you there. Lord leads us everywhere. I mean, in my opinion, uh, I don't think. I mean, maybe when we have to experience something, that might be more of our free will that is doing it, and then of course the punishment that comes with it, or the every action has a reaction, I guess you could say as well. Uh, but yeah, I think that everything is given to us by God. It's a link to an audiobook. That's if you know where to find me and everyone here, y'all. I've had a long time. Hey, Datus, how you doing? Good to see you here, Michael. Thank you for being here. Yeah, it's been a minute, but that's okay. I'm still around. I haven't gone anywhere. Uh, Waiting for directions for tomorrow. I'm probably gonna go out. Well, I've got my grandson has another baseball game, and he expects me to be there now. So I'm gonna do what I can to accommodate that for him. Uh, Thank you, Uncle Deuce. I greatly appreciate it. I mean, to the job. Uh, yes, yes. Cheryl Giddings, yes, God did lead me to the job. Uh, that was uh, that was His way of telling me I wasn't going to California. I was staying here, in my opinion. So yeah, God definitely gave me that. Gave me this position. Uh, it was almost kind of hard for me to swallow the position because it's, in my opinion, I'm beyond that. Uh, but again, like I said, the gist was for me to get in, get my foot in the door, and I jumped in with both feet, ready to show them what I got. So, uh, yeah, I honestly believe that he did put me in this position, and I accepted it. It wasn't too bad. Uh, the money that was offered and the counter offer that I gave them was, a good deal. So, at least I didn't mind. The biggest thing being a gas card because I do travel. Uh, I drive minimum of an hour to work pretty much everywhere I go. So, because where I choose to live, and I don't want to live in the big city. I hate the city. Very true, Susan. Uh, I don't like to live in the big city, so I live out here in the country, and of course that means that I have to commute for work. But that's fine. I I don't mind. I love driving. It's a calming effect for me. Promotion when an opening. Uh, that's pretty much the way it is, Deborah. Uh, Felser. Yes. That's. I think that there is something there. Uh, yes, Susan. He definitely did that. Hey Sharon again, how you doing? Not sure if you remember me, but I'm back. Yes, I do remember you. I've seen you here. I knew your name when I saw it. Uh, when I don't recognize names, I usually call you out and welcome you to the channel. But yeah, if I recognize the name, I just say hello and hi, how are you? But yeah, I honestly believe that God gave me this position. So, I mean, it was thank you. Uh, it was a godsend, really, in my overall opinion of the whole situation, just for the simple fact that I needed, I, I was expectant that I was going to be staying here with my children, my grandchildren, as opposed to leaving again. And the only other avenue that there was for me at that time was to be going back to Texas. So that was what was possibly going to be happening. And then God said, "No, here's a job. Go get it, and do well there." So, province of Canada. I have everything I need in 3 kilometers of my house. Well, if I had like 3 kilometers of land, let's see, something like that, I would love it, Cheryl. OTR left the People's Convoy. X-ray needs to leave. He's trouble. KB, how you doing? Good to see you here. There's a couple of things happening, guys. Just don't let that be distracting to what the convoy is about, is the best thing that I would want to say. Because, again, it's not about 1, 2, 10 particular individuals. It's not about any of them. It's about what the convoy represents at this point. And believe me, they've made some headway. Some positions work to stand to avoid the higher management headache. Frankie's gone is going to be even greater. Well, thank you, Mimi. I appreciate that comment. Thank you very much. Hey, Alan, how you doing? Good evening. It hasn't been that long. Last week you were sitting in the dark cabin. I'm not bad. I'm not bad here in Windsor. A bit cold tonight. I'm actually in shorts right now, but it is like 63 degrees outside. But it was warm today again. It's supposed to be supposed to get down to like 54 tonight. It's supposed to be like 59 for a high tomorrow and a 32 for a low tomorrow night. So yeah, it's the weather is just crazy. The convoy is not going anywhere. It's still rolling. Uh, like I said, it doesn't have to do with any one particular individual. It has to do with the movement itself and what it represents. Has anyone had COVID? How long does it last for? And when it's done, do you get any lasting side effects from it? Jackie B, I cannot answer that question, for I have not had that situation occur. Uh, yeah, I've not had that. I was waiting for it to start. He was late. Uh, can anybody answer for Jackie B? Has anyone had COVID? How long does it last for? And when it's done, do you get any lasting side effects from it? Are you asking me, Cheryl, or are you asking Jackie B? If you're asking me, mine I got from a double VN booster. Didn't go to the doctor. It took 7 to 10 days to prevent spreading. So the double. So Mimi, you became, or you got sick from somebody that was double V, NB. Treat it like snake venom. That might be a very wise comment there, KB. In cold weather, it hits the lungs. Wow, I hardly ever wore a mask at all. And I was up and down the Virginia, the state of Virginia, from pretty much the top northern corner to the bottom uh, southeast corner, from northwest to southeast, pretty much. And never wore a mask. Anywhere that told me that I had to have a mask on in order to be in their store, I left. You can email Frankie Bobby at FrankieBobby65 at Yahoo. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Susan. 7 weeks with a cough and problems breathing. Wow. And DBV. I think she meant after being double V. Well, that's why I asked Deborah, because I was curious if she got it from somebody that had been, or if she was and still got it. Keep this short. I've been in Mother's Day care for several years. Small cell brain cancer. We just hit the hospice stage. While I'm not religious, I know you are, and I trust you. A prayer before bed. Michael, I can say one right now, for that matter. But when I close the channel tonight, I'm gonna say a prayer to close. So yeah. Thank you for sharing that. That had to be hard to share. I appreciate you stating that out loud. In my opinion, being able to read it was stating it out loud, in my opinion. So yeah, uh, definitely prayers, my man. Definitely prayers to you. Frankie Bobby, I was asking for your email. Cheryl, Susan put it in above. It's Frankie Bobby, just like this. Uh, all one word, Frankie Bobby 65 at Yahoo or gmail.com. Sorry about the abbreviations. I'm so used to being deleted. Oh no, it's I appreciate you doing that, because yeah, that does happen. That's why you're very much welcome, and Datus. Thank you. Uh, a lot of times that has a tendency to put different perspectives in different people's lives whenever they hear things like that. In my opinion, anyway. I mean, it does. It does for me. It makes me see things differently sometimes whenever I hear of somebody in that condition. I had a buddy of mine that he passed over cancer. He was my best friend down in Texas at the medical center where I worked for 8 years, almost 9 years, and he was probably my closest friend there at that job, or at that place of employment, for 7 of those uh, almost 9 years, because I met him later. He started, I think, a month after and then he passed. He said he had 6 months. He was, the prognosis was 6 months to live, and 6 days later he passed. And I never got a chance to go see him after he had left the hospital. So that was kind of rough for me. Thank you guys for commenting to Endatas. Appreciate it, guys. Sandy, Susan, all of you. I've heard that soon that Title 42 will be expired soon at the southern border. That is correct. This is not good. The immigrants not being vetted. Sad state of affairs in future. Alan Field, that is true, at least from everything that I've been reading and hearing. Uh, I believe the date is April 30th. Maybe somebody could correct me on that. But I think I read somewhere where somebody had made the comment that they needed to start caravanning, or that they were caravanning from Honduras, I think it was. They were all meeting in Honduras and we're going to be caravanning up here waiting for the 30th or something like that. I know it was waiting for the end of the month. How ridiculous is that? It's insane to even think about something like that happening again and again and again. Uh, Something definitely needs to be done about it. 7 months and 2 change. Get out there in November. Yeah, we can definitely hope for that, right, Mimi? We can definitely hope. Hey, Xbox. We can definitely hope. I heard about the Honduras caravan as well. Yeah, it's not very much a secret anymore, I don't think. But yeah, that's insane. I mean, I'm I'm so fed up with what's going on in the world today. It's just I don't even know how to explain the way I feel about it. It's just crazy. Thinking about it, they're waiting for Title 42 to be gone. Yeah. Hey, Zen Waters. Uh, I was gonna say, I forget. It'll overwhelm you if you focus on it. Uh, Definitely so. I don't know if anyone has responded, but today is April 15th. That is correct. Yeah, 15 days away, from what I'm to understand. Fed up as well. Been waiting a long time for some kind of justice. You know, yes, I definitely know. Uh, I'm still hashtagging lock them all up, hang them high. Good evening, Simple Pleasures. How you doing? Good to see you here. That's what they want, is for us to be in a constant state of fear. Well, see, that's the problem, Jeremiah, is that those of us that believe in God, uh, that's the only fear I need to have. And in all actuality, I don't fear God because He's a God of love. There are definitely things to be fearful of about Him, but in my opinion, not Him. It's what He can do. Trump said remainder of border fence can be completed in a very short amount of time too. Yes, Donna, and I read something right before I got on this evening where Abbott did something like within the past. Is Michael leaving? Good night, Michael. Thank you for being here. And if you get a chance, come back to the end of this stream and you'll hear a prayer, because I will say a prayer at the end of the stream tonight. But yeah, Donna, I had read that Abbott just did something, and I think it was within that same article that they were saying. I didn't read the article, I just read the headline. And I think in that same headline it also stated something about he was talking about finishing the wall. My favorite hashtag is reclaiming our time 2022. Mimi, do you know Linus? Reclaiming our time 2022. That makes me think of her whenever you said that. If you know who I'm talking about, Linus. Uh, 2 buses to DC. Yeah, I saw that. I laughed. Oh, is it up to 3 now, Alan? I haven't heard of the third one. I will in the morning have to be up early. That's cool. I just I just thought I'd say that out loud for you before you take off. Have a good night. Sweet dreams, buddy. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endureth forever. Uh, Nimrod Quimbus. Nimrod Quimbus. Yes, that is definitely in Psalms 111:10. I'll agree with that. Uh, but so that you know, me as a Christian, I don't live by the Old Testament. I live by the New Testament. Uh, Proverbs, all these things that you're putting in, they're teachings, in my opinion, from what I've learned from the Bible. They're teachings and they're things that we need to follow and pay attention to. Uh, but the New Testament is what I follow, and that's where it talks much about God's love and what all He's done for us by sending His Son to uh, wash away our sins. So anything outside of the New Testament, to me, is teachings, it's learnings. Uh, but I follow the New Testament in my life, in my lifestyle, my livelihood, just so that you know. But no, I've read the Bible, so yes, uh, I do know a lot of the things that are stated in there. Because for sure I've read the Old Testament twice now, maybe a little bit more, but at least twice. So yeah, uh, but yeah, that's that's the way I was taught with my Christianity, was that I follow the New Testament. Hey, Lando, I'm sorry guys, I have a hard time. Lando Carisian, yeah, Carisian. Ephesians 5:21, submitting yourselves one to another in the fear of God. Well, that's talking about two people, but it's not saying to be fearful of God. Having therefore these promises, dearly beloved, let us cleanse ourselves from all filthiness of the flesh and spirit, perfecting holiness in the fear of God. Well, like I said, that's for the things that He will do. And again, it's still, to me, it's still not stating that we should fear God. We should be fearful of what He is capable of doing. There is no fear of God before their eyes. A lot of prophecy about Jesus in Old Testament. Yes, Deborah. Born again, started the New Testament. I've never considered it a born again Christian, uh, a renewed life, but not born again. Anybody else should check out Santos Bonacci. He's a living legend who has interpreted the Bible on Mr. Astro Theology. There's a connection to everything. The fear is meant as a reverence. I would agree with that, KB. You can't understand the new unless you understand the old. Correct. Right, because the Old Testament, again, is teachings. It's what we should have learned. Fearing God is shown recognition of His power and mercy. Well, now that's a different aspect. Again, we have to be fearful of what He's capable of doing. But, in my opinion, God is love. So, I mean, yeah, he can do things unbeknownst to man. Now you guys got me thinking. Uh, he can do things unbeknownst to man, of course. Uh, us as humans, at least in the New Testament after the resurrection of Christ, uh, there's really not been many miracles performed. And the ones that have been performed were a couple of thousand years ago at least. And so that's why we live by faith. But as far as being, it's kind of like a hard thing to explain how the reverence that I have for God as opposed to having fear of God. Uh, I'm fearful of the things that he can do because, I mean, he can strike any one of us dead at any given time with the snap of a finger, in my opinion. But as far as being afraid that he's going to uh, do something like that, especially when he speaks to people the way he does, it's hard to fear him because we have to understand, we have to be understanding of what it is that he's trying to show us. And if we're fearful, we're more like uh, Peter walking on the water. When he didn't have that fear, he was able to walk on the water, and as soon as he became fearful, he fell in the water. And I think that's kind of the same way that we have to, or that I have to, that I look at it as far as my reverence towards God. I know he is the utmost high. I believe that wholeheartedly. And but I believe he is more than anything a God of love. So that's why, I guess that's why I say I don't really have a fear of God because of that reason. Because he is a God of love. And as long as I'm doing the right things, what do I have to fear? I mean, that's one way to look at it as well. And of course, we don't always do everything that is expected or wanted of us. We all stray. We all do bad things. I mean, we're human, and that was one of the things that God gave us, was our humanity. Uh, and that's one of the things that we're fighting for right now, is our humanity with this whole global affair that's going on right now. I'll be right back. So yeah, that's my explanation as far as that's concerned. Uh, I was watching a video earlier tonight, and it pretty much had the words in it, didn't so much have anything to do with it, but there was a small clip at the very end of the video. And it was a NF video. Nate Feuerstein, I've mentioned him here before. I can't remember the name of the song that I was listening to, but at the end there was scripture, Romans 1:16. Dadgummit, I just knew it while I was outside. I can't remember it now. Oh my goodness. I just had it too, and I can't. What do they call that? Brain fart? I wish I could go back on my phone. Anybody know how to fly this machine? I'm missing all the chat right now too, because it keeps going away and I forget to hit the phone to start it back up. It's like a spiritual fear of God, healthy. But that I'll agree with. Billy, hey Billy Daniels, how you doing? Yeah, no problem. It's actually, uh, like I said in the comments, uh, talk about sparking synapses in my brain. Memory bubbles just bursting left and right. Thank you for sharing that music with us that you do sing, Billy. I appreciate it. I would fear to have God as my enemy. And now that's definitely a true statement, Donna Myers. Uh, God pulled me from the dive into the pit by my pinky toe. Okay. Hello from Oslo, Norway. Well, hello, Martin. How are you doing? I don't know if my internet connection works. Been bad some days. I see your comment here, Martin. Good to see you here again. That's my Norway guy. He always comes in. I think I got a couple from New Zealand, Norway, Amsterdam, Denmark, I think. Uh, I had a few people from quite a few different countries. I think I even had a Brazilian in here one night. Somebody from Brazil. I think he performed miracles without our seeing them, as in the Old Testament, no boundaries on the Lord. Uh, that's a good perspective, Sandy, because yeah, that's a very good possibility. Uh, to share a short story, might not be so short, but anyway, my youngest daughter, when she was born at 16 months of age, let's see, she was, no, I take that back. At 12 months of age to 16 months of age, she didn't change in weight at all. Everything about her was exactly the same after 4 months, which is unusual for a child so young. I hear you on that, Miwi. Peter lost faith. Yes. Third Testament of the Bible, the end times. We could be close right now, could be, KB. I'm not gonna disregard that for sure. Miracles happen often, whether small or large. Healings and unexplainable situations are miracles. Yes, uh, but it's not the same way that Jesus performed them. The only ones who fear God are those who are not right with Him. Repent and be free. As Pierre, I agree with that. Susan Swift still here. She was here, Martin. I don't know if she left. I think she's still here. I have witnessed many miracles that cannot be explained by science. Yeah, me as well. My daughter being one of them, in my opinion. Old school, holding doors, and if I can't put a smile on at least in faces a day, I'm not happy. I'm that way as well, me. You have to have fear first. It does feel like in the times level. Okay, back to my little story real quick. So from 12 to 16 months, she never changed in size. Weight, nothing. So the doctor got curious, said this isn't, basically saying this isn't normal. So we're going to do some tests. His immediate reaction to no size change was that she had CF, cystic fibrosis. That was a telltale sign. And there was something else that coincided with that in her blood work, if I'm not mistaken. So at the time we were attending the Church of Christ there in Warrenton, Virginia. And we went to the leadership and asked for prayers from the congregation. So my daughter wound up going through all this testing and everything kept coming up positive. And they were almost to the point of stating that it was cystic, and they did a allergy test on her, and she wound up having allergies from all different kinds of things: soy, corn, cats, dogs, uh, tree nuts, red dye 40. Oh my gosh, it was so much, it was insane. And but we believe, because of the prayers that were asked for, we believe that she was given allergies as opposed to CF. Uh, Again, she was very young. She was 16. It was hard to give her all those tests, but we had to do what we had to do at the time. Really bad, even on my phone. Okay, y'all saw each other. So Susan was still here, yes. But yeah, so we believe that that was answered prayers, miracle, if you will. And yeah, because we were pretty scared whenever it first came up. I mean, it was, yeah, I just couldn't even imagine how some parents have gone through that tragic loss of their children. I couldn't imagine what a parent goes through with that. But if I don't keep up with chat, I'm going to miss it. Hey, Brenda Howell, how are you doing? Good to see you. All the apps, software programs. It's all that junk, Martin. Yeah, all that junk takes a lot of memory and crap in the phone. I got so much crap in my phone, it's unreal. I try to keep the pictures out now. Yeah, so, well, I've been on here for about an hour and a half. Wasn't really planning on being on too long. I don't know. What do y'all think? I don't know that I have much else to talk about. I do want to say a prayer for Michael before we go. What do you guys think? Oh, Brenda just got on. There's only me that feel commercials specialized for you. A bit creepy. What are you talking about, Martin? I don't know what you're talking about, Martin. Sorry. It is. Okay, you're talking with Susan. Oh, Summer's still here too. Hey, Summer. So you guys got any questions? So, I didn't know he was on yet. You didn't get a notification? Well, that sucks. Sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Google tracks what you search. I hate Google. Canadians here going strong. I'm glad to hear that, because haven't paid attention much to what the Convoy is doing over there in California right now. I've seen a couple of things, but not much. Anybody have any updates on that, KB? Hey, KB, didn't you go out and meet them? Didn't you tell me you went out to meet, to see the Convoy? It was nice to see you even briefly. I'll keep watching for when you're on. Need to have some food now. See you later. All right, Alan. Good to see you here this evening. And yeah, we'll see you around. He was talking about the ads when you're on the internet that are personalized to your based on their spine. Yeah, it's the algorithms. Well, they call it algorithms. I call it spine. That's crap's been going on for a minute now. And next thing I know is commercial on YouTube often is about what I just checked out. Uh, Facebook started that a while ago, Martin, and I had noticed it. It's actually been a few years ago, and the next thing I knew, uh, just like you're saying, I would say something on Facebook or type something in Facebook or something like that, or no, just talking around Facebook. Next thing you know, Facebook ads would be popping up about what it was that I was talking about, and then going to YouTube, it was doing the same thing. So I don't think that it's so much algorithms as they try to say it is. I think it has to do with the. Has anybody ever noticed their mic turning on their phone out of nowhere? Driving down the road and all of a sudden you see your mic's turned on. Google turned your mic on. I have that happen on my phone. Hasn't happened in a minute now, but it happened on my phone all the time there for a while. I used to get really antsy about it, like wanting to take a hammer to my phone antsy. But these phones nowadays, you have notified them. Yeah, it does happen. Uh, yeah, the mics on the phone, they definitely pick up. That's one of the reasons why I didn't want to do what I'm doing right here. Because I hate the fact that they do. There's definitely spying going on, whether we admit it or not. Facebook has become a marketing tool, bombarding with viral videos and ads. I made my Facebook account to get updated about friends. Yeah, I know, Martin. It's the Facebook kicked me off in 2018. I haven't been back. Well, I have. I've attempted to go back. It won't allow me to use my password. It says that I've been breached or something like that. Brian coming to Penn right after Sacramento. That's good to hear, Sam. Thank you for that update. Google is listening. Yep. My OK Google search was on in the background a lot lately. Yeah, you got to watch that. I mean, that I don't care anymore. It's just like, hey, if you're going to come and get me, come and get me, because I'm not going down easy, that's for sure. During Trump, I was able to find in depth, fast, and furious, along with Operation Timber Sycamore. And nowadays, you can't anymore me, is that what you're saying? During Trump, I was able to find in depth, fast, and furious, along with Operation Timber Sycamore. I hadn't heard of Timber Sycamore. Did I miss something? It's hard to believe I didn't hear about that. Apps use industrial psychology and operant conditioning to control you. They even know when you poop, but you signed up, so don't complain. It was messed up, though. It's definitely messed up, CKM. Thinking about it now, next time I go to the restroom, I'm going to take my phone and put it down close to the bowl. That way they can listen. If you get my drift. Gee, who would let Uncle Deuce be a mod? Haha. Not the same articles. He's having fun doing that, isn't he? I don't know why he didn't do it here, too. Where'd TS go? TS is gone, right? Their CIA infiltrated everywhere, Mimi. He is so excited about it. Yeah, I know. That would be funny though, right? I mean, think about it. Dropping the. Yeah. Yeah, things were definitely different then. Dr. Robert Epstein put that page together. He is an algorithm expert. Again, they call them algorithms. And I do believe that there are such things as algorithms. I mean, it's obvious. But can it be all interconnected? I'm sure it can because we all interconnect. Uh, no, I think, Susan, I think hasn't he been here, yes, but tonight, no. Uh, I think Tara shut him down one time. I don't think he's been back since. While you're holding that phone in place, don't forget to say this one's for you. Oh, I know, right? Canada is still going, and yes, the crew out west in the U.S. are still going strong. Yes. Oh, really? TS is Timber Sycamore in Syria? Yeah, because somebody, TS was here talking crap. And like I said, I think Tara shut him down. Or maybe I did. I think WW was the best in free round. 2004, 2010. I don't know about 2010. I I think you're right about it being a she, Susan, because I think something came up in my chat one time because I was talking with him. Uh, I was talking with him and started saying some idiotic things, in my opinion. Built computers to study Google and how they affected the 2016 election, and he shows you stuff about Google that will blow you away. His wife was mysteriously killed in a car accident for it. I know who you're talking about, Ghost Dog, and I vaguely remember what you just stated. Uh, yeah, I vaguely remember what you're talking about here. But it was, we're all already infiltrated anyway. Anybody that has a smartphone has been infiltrated no matter what. Yeah, that's kind of strange, though, Susan, about TS, because, yeah, came in just saying things like wanting to have conversations, so I was responding, and then they just started loading up the chat, and I think Tara took him out. I don't think they've been back since. Last year, after I protested and was in the news, my website got hacked. Late 2021, it was taken down. I haven't been able to get it up and going again, but paid for it this year. Uh, yeah, well, I still have problems with my computer ever since I loaded YouTube into it. I didn't even try this evening. I told everybody I was tired of trying to get in that stupid computer. So I figured I'd just use my phone tonight. Now I'm having problems with chat because I can't keep up with chat. But there's supposed to be, and it did that once before. I just don't understand why I won't do it now. It would put me in the left side of the phone, and it would have the chat in the right side and scrolling steadily. And now it's on this side, and what I'm looking at right now is just the door jamb on my truck. But if I tap the screen, that's why you keep seeing the phone move, the chat's there. and I can scroll it, and that's why you keep seeing my finger do this, because I'm over here on the left-hand side scrolling. But see, my chat's been on the right-hand side before. I don't understand why it's on the left again. This is the way it started, and then it jumped over to the other side, and now it's back to this, and I can't figure it out. But it's disturbing. That's why I don't use live streaming, because I can't see the chat running. Live streaming on my phone as opposed to my laptop. Turn off automatic updates. I I have all the automatic updates turned off on all the apps in my phone. And when I came into live stream on my phone, of course I had to update everything that was required. And yeah, I've done that as well. I had to update everything that was required. Now my phone acts stupid. Same thing with my laptop. And yeah, I always try to keep that crap off, because I don't even like my phone to update, and it forces me in the end, in the long run, because it'll stay on the screen forever, and it bothers me. And then it gets to the point to where I have to reboot my phone, and when I reboot, it automatically loads the update in for the phone itself. They on you then? Yeah, they're constantly. Hey Kelly, how you doing? Good to see you here. Come on, kind of late. I was almost ready to get off of here. Hello, Lando Parisian. I'm having a hard time reading this stupid thing. Exactly, CKM. That's my thought. I'm gonna have to try that. Has Norway been restrictive? Thought you guys were less so. No, they should be fine over there, Sam, I believe. You sober and all, so just keep that pose turn on your cam. I don't understand, Mimi. You sober and all, so just keep that pose when you turn on your cam. This pose right here. Again, why I do that is because I'm reading down the bottom of my glasses. Did you watch Charlotte and her friend eat Arzat in Ireland? I didn't even see I didn't receive a notification that she was on. They own you 24/7. Stay blessed. Yeah, whatever. Again, they don't scare me. And I don't use the word ain't, but I'll say it here. I ain't scared. I'll tell you that straight up. Tell anybody that. And such, I know I drink sweet tea. I love sweet tea. It's probably not good for me, but oh well. Truth kids scrutinize, they make stuff up, always film. Yeah, for sure. You didn't get a notification either? I don't even know how many people, if anybody, I would assume people got notifications this evening. I have seen some of it. I saw Charlotte, but I haven't watched all of Matt's streams in Ireland. I think I missed the last one. I caught a little clip of that myself, Susan, of Matt in Ireland talking to some truckers. At least that's what I saw. Maybe I haven't gotten any notifications. They were on today, guys? because I didn't get any notifications today. I barely got, I got notifications of all the other channels that I watch, that I was watching before I ever got involved with live streaming. So the one with her and her friend weren't. I have to go back and look. Brenda, I never saw that. Well, guys, it's going on at 11 o'clock. I know it's still early, and I know you guys are a bunch of night owls. But I'm having a hard time reading this chat. The glare from my glasses and these lights is overwhelming, and my eyes are burning right now. I need to put in some eye drops. No, her and her friend wasn't on today. It was a couple of days ago. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Yes, it's still early. I know, Lindo. You guys are used to being night owls with me. Norway has been up and down. March 2020, it got hysterical and government told us to stay inside our homes. 6 months later, a mask everywhere. But now it's normal if you don't look at politics. Politics are out the door everywhere. How about a double prayer? What you got, Mimi? Night, night, and God bless. Thank you, Jeremiah. We'll see you. We need to go crash, Uncle Deuce. One now and for the night owls. It's 8 p.m. here. Where's here? 8 p.m. California? But need to get up and walk around, so have a good evening, Frankie Bobby, and good night, all chat family. Well, good night, Sandy V. Yeah, Callie. Yeah, see, you put CA in, and that's what the Canadians do. You know that, right, Sandy? I'm always confused. You guys confuse me. Texas strong. All right, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and say a prayer and close out the night. So for all of those that want to join in, yeah. Most gracious Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to gather here in this live stream and chat and, try to have a little bit of positivity in our lives. I hope that your words were coming out strongly, and I hope that those that needed to hear them were able to hear this evening. Pray that you watch over all of us, guide us, strengthen us, give us the courage necessary to continue the fight that you have bestowed upon us as humans here on earth. Dear Lord, and please watch over all those that need a healing hand, that you might touch them and help them in ways that they need at this time in life. Dear Lord, and I pray that you watch over everybody, and that we might have a good evening, good night's rest, be prepared for tomorrow, for tomorrow's another day. I'd like to ask that you'll forgive me for my many sins, dear Lord. I'd like to say this prayer in Christ's name. Amen. Well, guys, good night. And Norwegian political world, pandemic laws all over the place. Oh, darn. And I forgot to mention Michael. Mimi, you got your wish. There's going to be a double prayer tonight. Mimi said it a little while ago, why don't I do a double prayer? I think she was talking to me. Hey, Cindy Lou, thank you. But yeah, so let's try that again. Yeah, because I didn't even mention Easter, which all of you, of course, God bless. Happy Easter to everyone. Remember what it represents, the resurrection of Christ after 3 days being in the tomb. And yeah, so happy Easter, everyone. And again, I'm going to say a quick prayer and say something for Easter as well. So sorry about that, Michael. So we'll do this again. Mimi, are you ready? Our David 160. I believe it's 160, isn't it, Martin? Most gracious Heavenly Father, come back to you in prayer because I forgot to mention a couple of things that are very important right now in life. Michael Datus on my chat. He is experiencing some things with cancer right now, dear Lord, and I ask that you'll watch over him, give him strength as he continues to fight this fight. And dear Lord, please watch over all of us as we celebrate Easter this weekend, the resurrection of your Son, that died for the remission of our sins. And again, dear Lord, please watch over all of us and forgive me for my many sins, dear Lord. For these things I pray in Christ's name. Amen. So there, Michael, sorry about the first one, but when will I be back on? Probably tomorrow evening, Brenda. Today is the day the Lord suffered for us. Yes. Have a blessed Easter, everyone. Thanks to you guys and Frankie. Thank you, Martin. Yeah, our David 160 it is, isn't one of the new live streamers that's out there in California right now. I think, right? Yeah. So good night, all. Yeah, if I'm not going to be on tomorrow evening, which I probably will be, I'm going to read some of this book, see what it has to say. But if I'm not on tomorrow evening, I'll put out a short video to let everybody know. But more than likely, I'll be on tomorrow because I'll probably be up in Maryland somewhere, from what I'm understanding. So, yeah, I'll be watching out probably around the same time, 8-ish, something like that. So, 8-ish Eastern time. I guess in Cali that would be like 5, and everywhere in between 6, 7. But yeah, so good night all, and we'll see you guys probably tomorrow evening. Take care. Good night.